I haven't always been consistent. My consistency fluctuated due to my business either getting little to no views or I'm not getting the results that I wanted. And that would take me into a spiral because it's like, as a business owner, you're like, wait a minute, I put in all this work into editing and, I got all these ideas and nothing's working. But at the end of the day, you have to really make sure you are consistent, even with no views, even with no sales, regardless of what the algorithm is saying, regardless of what your analytics are pointing out to you. That's when you're planting the seeds. Imagine if you stopped and gave up because you got, one out of the millions of content that you have, that one content just didn't perform the way that you wanted. It would be hard for you to achieve your desired outcome. So there are days where I would find or actually multiple times where I would find myself starting and stopping again. You know what, this isn't working. So I would stop a certain project that I was so compelled to do in the beginning because I wasn't getting the certain outcome, desired views, for example, and it's like in real life, like in reality, it's like you are starting over again. You literally stopped your momentum because you got in your feelings. And one thing I do have to say that I learned was to get out of your feelings, regulate your emotions. When you're in business, you don't have time to be fluctuating back and forth. I had to realize that in order to get to the harvest, you got to plant the seeds. Yeah, sometimes you do have to continue to water. Some plants may take a few years. So you might be planting something so big that, yeah, it's going to take you some time to cultivate or become that person that you are supposed to be in order to handle that harvest, to handle such harvest. You know what I mean? So I had to shift my thinking. I had to get out of my funk. I had to stop comparing myself to others.